Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Snuggles and Storytime. My name is Amanda, and I'm so glad that you could join us. Do you know what special holiday is coming up? It's St. Patrick's Day. Do you know anything about St. Patrick's Day? You don't? Well, no problems, because we're going to talk about two stories that's going to tell us a little bit about St. Patrick's Day in just a moment. But first, let's put our hands up so we can wave hello to everyone. Are you ready? Here we go. Hello, all my friends, how are you? Hello, all my friends, how are you? With a jiggle, 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 and a wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Hello, all my friends, how are you? St. Patrick's Day is a day that comes up on March 17th. It's a day where people in the United States of America celebrate the people who came from Ireland and a big thing that happened there. Some people celebrate how they were saved from a big famine where there wasn't enough food. And some people celebrate this guy named St. Patrick, who they think did some really great things. And some people like to celebrate the Irish people and do little tricks because there's a folklore or like a story that they believe in Ireland where there are these little people and they're like really tiny and they like to do little tricks on people. And they think that if you catch these little tricker people, then they will take you to their pot of gold. These little people are called leprechauns and they like to play tricks. And people think that if they can catch these tricky people, then they'll take them to their pot of gold. Now, you might believe in that. You might not believe in that. That's completely okay with me. You might celebrate St. Patrick's Day and you might not celebrate St. Patrick's Day. And that's quite all right. So on my headband, I have some little hats. These are like leprechaun hats. They're little. So can you imagine a person small enough that one of those could fit on their head? Yeah, very tiny. And on my necklace today, I have these things. Do you know what that is? That's called a shamrock. Shamrocks are little plants that grow, and most of them have 3 leaves. But if there's a magical one that has 4 leaves, and the leaves are kind of shaped like a heart. Do you see the little heart in there? Yeah, that's what some people say about shamrocks. Some people think they're just regular plants. It's your choice what you believe in, and whatever you think is just fine with me. Are you ready for our stories? I've got 2. And the first one is one that's a small book. It's called the Itsy Bitsy Leprechaun. And it kind of sounds like the Itsy Bitsy Spider. Yeah, it's written by Jeffery, Burton, and illustrated, or the pictures are by Sanja, Rescek. Are you ready? It's a cute little story. Here we go. The itsy bitsy leprechaun was hiding pots of gold. Down came a rainbow, colorful and bold. Out came his friends and they began to look. What do you think they were looking for? For the perfect 4-leaf clover hiding in this nook. Remember, a 4-leaf clover or a 4-leaf shamrock is many times where people think the leprechauns hide their gold. That's what they think. We'll see if they're right. The itsy bitsy leprechaun loved to search and find. With his good luck, he was magical and kind. So he wasn't a naughty leprechaun. They found the plant and the leprechaun did say, "May the sun shine upon you. Happy St. Patrick's Day." The end. What did you think of that story? Did you like it? It was short, but it was pretty fun. I liked it. I liked that it was a song that I remember from a different story. I do. And this next story does not have a nice leprechaun in it. This one has a naughty leprechaun. It's called The Night Before St. Patrick's Day. Yes, it is written by Natasha Wing, and it's illustrated by Amy Wummer. Are you ready? The Night Before St. Patrick's Day. Let's give it a try. Here we go. 'Twas the night before St. Patrick's, the day to wear green. Not a creature was stirring, except Tim and Maureen. They decked out the den from ceiling to floor with streamers and rainbows and shamrocks galore. Remember, a shamrock is those little green plants that have 3 or 4 clovers or bumps on them. I noticed something. Let me sneak back so I can show you what I noticed. On the first page, I noticed this little thing right by the crayons. Do you remember what that person is called? They're a leprechaun. And then on the next page, guess what I found? This time he's hiding up by the rainbow. Can you see him? It's another leprechaun. Oh, so tricky. Later, they carefully made traps with gold charms and rings. I bet we'll catch a leprechaun. They love shiny things. For if they caught one, so the legend told, they'd find where he had buried his big pot of gold. Do you see the leprechaun? He's trying to hide behind the ball of wool. Or the ball of yarn, I should say. They set all the traps round the room with great care, in hopes of a wee Irishman or a leprechaun soon would be theirs. So we have a path of the clovers to fall into the box, or here it looks like a little tray is set up where they might catch them. Oh, and here they're trying to trick him by stepping onto the tissue box and he'll fall inside. Do you think he'll fall for the tricks? I don't know. Let's see. The children then nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of golden coins danced round in their heads. Do you see a leprechaun? I don't see him. I wonder where he went. Happy St. Patty's, said Dad early the next morning. Then he started to play his bagpipes without warning. This is bagpipes. It's an instrument that they play in Ireland and Scotland a lot. And you blow into a stick and you have to squeeze this big belly thing, and the sound comes out these horns or those tubes, and they put their fingers on this part and it makes the noises sound different pitches. It can be very loud, but a very awesome sound at the same time. He huffed and he puffed an old Irish song. See how his cheeks are puffed up? Playing the bagpipes is tough. Yes. Mom dished out green eggs and sang loudly along. So remember, on St. Patrick's Day, a lot of things are green for extra fun. You don't have to wear green, but a lot of people do just for extra fun. When from their bedroom there arose such a clatter, the kids ran down the hallway to see what was the matter. And what to their wondering eyes should appear? What do you think it is? Do you have an idea? Do you think it was a leprechaun? I don't know. Let's see. Be quiet, whispered Maureen. He's hiding somewhere. Oops, I think I missed a page. I did. That didn't make any sense to you, did it? Didn't make any sense to me. Let's read the other page again. And what to their wondering eyes should appear but a terrible mess. A leprechaun was here. Do you see the mess? Oh, yes. There's little footprints all over, and everything is messed up and messed. Naughty leprechaun. Be quiet, whispered Maureen. He's hiding somewhere. When we find him, remember, we must not hold his stare. Stares when you look at somebody in the eyes and you don't blink. Because they say if you stare at a leprechaun, then you will be like, your mind will stop working and you'll be under his spell. That's what they say. For if you look away, if you so much as blink, the leprechaun will vanish quick as a wink. Do you think that's true? Do you think if you even blink your eyes, that the thing that you tried to catch would all of a sudden disappear? Some people believe that. Some people don't. I wonder what you think. The kids trailed muddy footprints back and forth across the floor, which led them under Tim's bed and past the closet door. Then inside a trap, they heard someone giggle. Who do you think it could be? A real live leprechaun. They both saw him wiggling. His eyes, how they twinkled, his body so tiny. His hand clasped a trinket so golden and shiny. He was dressed all in green from his head to his toes, and he looked like a cobbler. A cobbler is somebody who fixes shoes, wearing fairy-sized clothes, so really, really tiny. The children approached him and stared straight into his eyes. Tell us where the gold is. Don't be tricky, no lies. I buried it under a rock, smooth and hard. It's marked with an X in your backyard. Do you think they're going to find the gold? Let's see. But when the kids went outside with their shovel and pick, they instantly saw it had been a big trick. Do you see the trick? All those rocks have X's on. Do you think the leprechaun hid his treasures underneath every single rock? Or do you think he lied? I wonder if he lied. Let's see. Ha ha, fooled you. It's time to disappear. Happy St. Patty's Day to you. Better luck next year. That's what the leprechaun said, and then he rode away on the rainbow. Sassy leprechaun. What would you do if you had a leprechaun at your house? Do you think he would try to trick you? Do you think you would catch him? Or do you think you wouldn't even bother with him? I wonder. Today I have a game to play with you. I have some leprechauns. I'm sorry, not leprechauns. I have some shamrocks with shapes on. And I have a little gold coin. And I'm going to hide my gold coin underneath a shamrock. And we're going to see if you can find it. Are you ready? Okay, I'm going to put it down. And I'm going to hide it underneath one of the shamrocks. Let's see. Do you know which one it's under? Is it under the circle, the square, the rectangle, or the triangle? What's your thought? Do you think it's under the rectangle? Let's check. Nope. I'll put it back here for right now. Where do you think it's hiding next? Under the circle? Okay, let's check. Nope. It's not under the circle. Do you think you can find it this time? Where do you think it's hiding? Under the triangle? Okay, let's check. Did you find the gold coin? You did. Well done, friend. Okay, I'm going to put the shamrocks back on and we can play one more time, okay? I'm going to put my shamrocks back on just like that. There we go. Okay, so now we have a rectangle and a circle, a square, and a triangle. Are you ready? Okay, I'm going to hide the gold coin. There we go. That'll be tricky for you. Where do you think it's hiding this time? You think the circle? Okay, let's check there first. Nope, not behind the circle. Where's your next guess? You want to try the square? Okay, we can try the square. Oh! Did you find it? Oh, you're so smart. Excellent job, friends. I hope that you have an amazing St. Patrick's Day. I hope you don't get any tricks, or maybe you can try to be a sneaky squirrel or a tricky trickster and try to surprise some other people in your life. I hope so. Kind of being tricky is fun sometimes. Give yourself a great big hug and know that you are always cared about. Until next time, my friends. Bye-bye.